All right. Chat. We got a stream, tournament stream. I actually haven't done a tournament stream in almost 2 weeks, which is crazy because there's a lot of games that need to be watched. All right. There's always tournament games that need to be watched, that need to be discussed, that need to be analyzed. Someone's got to do it. I'm going to step up to the plate. I'm going to be the one to do it. It's a selfless act. Not many of us can get on our computers and talk about GEN9OU like that for just hours. But I can do it. Now I'm the one. So let's do it. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday? It's a wonderful weather outside. It was like 52 degrees this morning. I said yippee when I woke up and I saw the temperature. I ran outside, went for a walk. You know what I'm saying? I don't put my hands in my pockets like some of you. All right? I need to make sure that the full cold is affecting my fingers. You know what I'm saying? I had to take advantage of the first quote unquote cold day that we've had in a while. I'm looking at this sand team. I actually just did a video with this sand team. It was ridiculous. It had a Scarf Zapdos, and this team went absolutely crazy. I think I lost one game out of like 7 in the video, so maybe I'll post that today. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow. We'll see. But in any case, I got mad tournament stuff to watch. A couple of different series from the ladder tournament that already happened, but I did not get a chance to watch these games live, which was a shame. But we're here now, and we're going to watch them. But yeah, I got told that we're probably going to get the leak of Legends ZA today, which would be epic. Because then I'll probably go live again, assuming that we get information. I mean, it's going to take forever for us to get stat leaks and all that important stuff, I'm sure. But I'm going to still probably go live if we get anything, because who even knows? Who even knows what people are going to find? But yeah, apparently people got the games as of today, which makes me happy. Okay. Let me put the music on in the background. A leak stream would be hype. I definitely will stream if we get some information like that. If we get some valid information, I'd be more than happy to. Am I gonna sit down and play Legends ZA? I don't know, bro. Maybe. I have a capture card and I have a Switch too, but I don't really want to, like, I want to play it through, but I don't want to stream an entire playthrough or nothing, because I don't think that's very interesting to the majority of people, especially because, like, I'm pretty much like a noob when it comes to this in-game shit. And even, like, video games in general, I don't really be playing like new games that often, so I think it would honestly be pretty frustrating for some of y'all to watch when it takes me like 3 hours to get to like the next objective or whatever. Like, that noob watching really makes people go crazy. I know, because sometimes I'll be playing a game and streaming it and people will be like, my eyes, they burn, and I'll be like, my bad, player, it wasn't on purpose. Can we talk about how, regardless of other changes, plus 100 BST to Dragonite is a death sentence, but you don't know that Dragonite's getting healer? See, I know the truth. I know Dragonite's getting healer from that design. You know, it looks too angelic. A lot of people are thinking Aerialate. A lot of people are thinking, you know, crazy shit, Serene Grace. No, that shit's gonna be healer, and you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a great time. That shit gonna have hospitality. That shit gonna be sinister too. You out here thinking that your new Dragonite's gonna have base 700 attack. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That shit getting illuminate. That shit getting levitate. Don't do that. Don't do that. I've been saying friend guard since day one. That's literally what they're gonna do, bro. Whatever you think the best possible ability is, pick the exact opposite. That's what your favorite mon is getting. I also got told by somebody that 90% of the abilities in Legends Arceus ended up getting changed or reworked when they finally came out in Gen 9. So whatever we find out about the new Megas ability-wise in Legend ZA is not going to be relevant. Huge shout out to Hidden Forest. About to be 3 years. You the GOAT. Can't wait for the Zaza streams when it comes out. Get CTC on there too if you got the time. It'll be legendary. I've been trying to record a video with CTC recently, but this fucking 12-hour time difference is mad tough, especially because he works at a club, or like that's what he's been doing. He owns a club. He a boss now. And so the hours are all fucked up because that shit's popping at night. So eventually me and CTC will click up and record a video. I still talk to bro like every day, but the ability to put the time aside to record a video is really tough because he's never on computer. He's always on his phone and shit. Shout out Jesse. D-Knight is going to be so ass. Watch all the Megas get VGC BS treatment. Chill, Jesse. While I do appreciate your generous dono, let me stop you right there. All the Megas are not getting VGC treatment, all right? You talking 4 different hospitality Megas? I might actually break my Switch 2 over my knee if that's what happens. I might actually... You know how people get mad and they burn the jersey of the athlete they hate when they trade teams or they say some shit? That's what I'm going to be doing with my Switch 2. I'm going to be breaking that shit over my knee as a way to go against Pokemon for this bullshit. Worst thing they could do is turn all the Megas into mixed attackers. If they do that shit, I'm boycotting the game for life. Laptop, shot. Switch 2, broken over the knee. Nobody's safe. You know what I talked about before? Phone laddering. Laddering on your phone is like a therapeutic vibe. If you haven't done that before, you need to tap in. If you haven't simply laddered on your phone, just chilling on the couch, you know, chill phone game vibe, you really haven't lived. You really haven't lived. I've gone like, bruh, that shit, if you haven't played Showdown on your iPhone, like, and actually gotten like a few games over and over, you really haven't lived. Playing on PC is fun, but playing on phone, man. I've had some of my worst and best laddering sessions on my phone late at night. Bro, I've gone killer on my phone. I've gone from 1800 to 1900, 0 calcs, not even reading chat, just straight vibes. And then I've also woken up, loaded games on my phone, lost 2 to start the day, and then gone, yo, why the fuck did I even do this to myself? Why did I wake up, load ladder on my phone, lose, and then start the day? Bitch, that's like the worst possible way to start your day. Starting a day with a fresh loss on your phone at that? Bruh. Bruh. That's some serious scrub behavior. Waking up and losing is crazy. The layout of Showdown mobile is buns though, low-key, at least for reading chat. Oh, it sucks. And it disconnects every 2 seconds, which is a shame. Yeah, it's a shame. But it would be too convenient then, bro. It would be way too convenient. If Showdown was optimized for Apple iPhone, we would never get anything done. Shouts to my Android homies too. I don't have an Android, but back in the day I used to have an HTC One. But then I started talking to hoes and I had to get rid of that. I've never played on the laptop. Is it better? It's the same shit. You'll just feel sweatier on your computer. That being said though, when it comes to tournament games, I've played very few tournament games on my phone. Only like 5 or 6. Out of like more than 100. I'll always play on my laptop if I can. One time my laptop was in the shop. I didn't want to play on my phone. I played on CTC's laptop. Because I was like, I'm not playing on my phone. I got a game to win. But I use a PC and CTC had a MacBook. So when I was playing on his computer, even though it's literally just clicking, going into the damage calc and shit was so fucking annoying. Because if you go from PC to Mac or Mac to PC, you know how much of a bitch it is. Trying to run a calc on mobile is GG's. Get that shit out of your brain. If you're playing on mobile, completely forget about the idea of calcing. That shit, you're going in there. You're going in there raw. Yeah, you have an unprotected showdown. I'm telling you right now. If you playing on phone, you better be ready to go. Anyways, let's get into these battles. So this is for the official ladder tournament. I actually did not catch this series live because I'm stupid and I did the time zone conversion wrong. So I missed this series by like 2 hours when it happened on Monday, which is a shame because, you know, I always want to catch the series, but let's get right into it. Do you, what'd you say? I just opened the calculator app personally. Oh, you might be spitting. Why do you need a damage calculator when you can open up the calculator app itself on your phone? Talk to me nice. All right, so we got separation versus inertial initiative. Tough name. I remember playing Gen 6 in class in 2015 and getting busted while my analytics star me did the Super Show mode. You know, Pokemon Online used to have an app on Android only. And it was actually pretty solid. I could probably find pictures of it if I really Googled and I looked up. But Pokemon Online used to have an Android app. And it wasn't a great app, but it was like, it was definitely doable. Like you could, okay, I actually found a photo of it. And it actually looked pretty legit. This is 2014. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys what it used to look like. This is 2014, so I was in what? Fucking 9th grade. Hold on. Pokemon on... yeah, this shit takes me back. Hold on. But yeah, they had an app in 2014, and it was actually not a terrible app by any means. I'll show you. Pokemon Auto Chess was on the phone. Nobody would get anything done, bro. This was the app. This is what it looked like in 2014. Android Authority indie app of the day is so funny. It was an indie app. You had to go on their website and load that bootleg file. But look how clean that shit looks in 2014. This shit looks just as good as PS looks today, which is funny. But yeah, this was 2014, bro. So it was pretty fire that like that was, you know, that was working. Failed my French class to play Mons for an hour each day. I know the feel. I know the feel, bro, because in 10th grade, I got in a lot of trouble in school because I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I still remember. AP European History. I fell asleep in class because every night I would stay up till 12 or 1 a.m. playing Mons with Joey, CTC, CBB, and the gang. And then I would wake up at 6:45 for school the next day. And I was cooked. I was so cooked. I would go to school every day. And high school's long as fuck, right? High school's like 8 hours long. So I would go to school every day off 5 hours of sleep. Because I'd be on my computer all fucking night, laddering, playing, whatever. And then one day in class, I fell asleep in class. Like while the teacher was talking to me or some shit. Like it was crazy. I literally fell asleep in class, and the teacher texted my parents and said, "Hey, he's falling asleep in class. Is everything okay at home?" So then my parents are like, "Yo, bitch, they think we're abusing you because you're playing games all day and falling asleep in class." And I was like, "Oh, fuck. I fucked up." But actually, my parents, usually, they get hella mad when I get in trouble, but they did not care that much about this shit. I don't know why. But the first time, I really thought it was so over for me too. I was like, oh my God, they're going to fucking ground me for life. I'm never going to get to do anything. My life's over. Like, but my parents were really just like, bruh, just go to sleep. Stop being stupid. And then that was the end. It was a happy ending. I really thought that my parents were about to like fucking send me off to boarding school after that shit. I thought I was so cooked. But they low-key did not care that much about it. Maybe because there was only a month left of the school year or something, but I clearly remember this. My parents were like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, but they were like, all right, whatever. And then when they went to see the teacher was like, it's all good, bro. It's all good. How far are we in the tourney? It feels like it's been forever since it started. I think this is like the 6th week because it's 5 weeks of the pool stage because you have to go at least 3-2, and then you get to the next round. So yeah, I believe that this tournament playoff started 6 weeks ago. So this is a really fucking long tournament. This shit is not easy to win by any means. Sleeping in class is regular. Nah, it's like it's the shit where it's like, oh, you're falling asleep in class. We need to call your parents and make sure nothing is going on at home that's causing you to fall. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's some shit like that. In any case, school was a long time ago. I just had to give myself PTSD again by remembering that. of how bad of a student I was in 10th grade. Have I been watching Classic? Not really. I only really enjoy watching Black and White OU, and Black and White OU nowadays is unrecognizable. Bunch of Clefable Bronzong fuckery. I see like T-Wave Latios with Colberberry and other domesticated trash, so I try to avoid Gen 5 nowadays. They truly butchered that tier beyond recognition. Looks awful now. Versus when I played it in tournament back in the day, how beautiful it was. And then Gen 1 through 4 I don't have too much of an interest in. 4 is fun to watch and play sometimes. 3 I don't like, and then 1 and 2 I like watching but I don't like playing. Shout out to Sapphire for 21 months. I haven't been tapped into live streams like I want to be. I've been loving the tournament coverage though, much love. Big shouts to you, Sapphire. You always be pulling up, showing love. No worries, hope you've been good. Alright, let me put the tournament music on and finally start looking at this. Haven't been doing shite. All right, where's the battle? You know, somebody told me that I should start playing the Rise EK battle song, but I should do it in 0.75x speed, which is definitely weird. But we're definitely gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? What if he had the tech? What if the tech the whole time was the chopped and screwed tournament theme? Yeah, so today we got a Pokemon official ladder tournament series, chopped and screwed. Shit dumb as fuck. Shout out my boy Dez for 7 months. After watching you, Joey, and Blimax, I picked up OU for the first time. In 3 days, I'm almost 1400s. Oh, you're cooking, bro. You're cooking. Shout out to my boy Nez. You want to 1500s next. Anyways, yo, this music is pissing me off. Yo, should I put it back to regular? I got a good slow-mo voice. I got a good chopped and screwed voice. Pull up the potion. Write out some hella long Excel functions while listening. Thought I was tweaking hearing Blunder talking slow. Alright, now put it in 1.25. Alright, shit gotta sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. This shit would give me anxiety. Put it on 3x and make it Nightcore. When that new Ken Carson, when I tell Blood to put on that new Ken Carson. Wait, why is that shit kind of bumping though? Nah, stop playing. That shit kind of tough. This sound like I'm in Tron, bitch. This is the shit that plays when your assignment is due in 2 hours. Deadass. Oh my god. This is the shit that plays when you hit that blunt. You were not supposed to hit that laced blunt. Joey, pick your move. We're about to time out. No! Minus 32. No! sorry. I don't know what I'm doing right now. What's going on, bro? I gotta have CTE. Alright, I'll put this shit back on normal. I don't think this belongs at any other volume. People tuning in right now will be so confused. Alright. Enough tomfoolery. Blunder really be doing anything but press play? Never change? I be starting up the battle and in my head I be thinking, damn, how long can we go without playing said battle? Let's find out. Shout out my boy Crosshair. I joined into the 2x, thought we were in a trap. CTC. Send out the Pokemon. Alright, my bad. I need to get all this bullshit out of my system. It's like when you have too much trapped inside you, like too much bullshit you gotta say. And you all have been there. Just maybe y'all haven't live streamed it before and been there. But y'all have been there. Y'all have been there. Well, you just can't help yourself. Alright, enough. Let me compose myself. Separation is rocking a little volt turn action, if we will. Right. Mola got the U-turn. I mean the flip turn. Rilla got the U-turn. Crown got the volt switch. So we have a pretty well-rounded Volt Tourney team. Hatterene as the hazard removal. Only Hatterene is pretty risky, to be honest with you. Because if you have what I assume to be non-boots Rilla and non-boots Crown, then it's going to be pretty tough to rely solely on Hatterene to keep hazards off. So I'm going to assume this Hatterene is pain split. Because otherwise, how are you going to keep hazards off? As for the rest of the team, Mola is probably AV. Chomp is going to be Helmet. Crown and Rilla. Rilla could be Boots. Crown is probably Specs because Mola is AV, judging from the team. I don't know what the Rye is. It's pretty up to interpretation. Could be whatever you want. Inertial Initiatives team, his shit kind of tough. I love Ting Lu plus Clefable combo. I find that 2-mon combo to be too good at walling every Pokemon. It's just too easy. And then you sprinkle in Bolt and some other stuff like that, so you have backup resists. This team looks pretty sturdy overall. Not too weak to the majority of stuff in the meta. Separations team looks pretty crazy, I'm not gonna hold you. Iron Crown as the main form of what's it called? Resists to fairy and shit. If it's not AV, it's pretty tough. This team's also slow if Darkrai isn't Scarf, but we'll see. Matchup wise, Inertial Initiative has a better matchup because Bolt goes dumb as fuck on this team, especially because Chomp is defensive, so it can't one-hit KO with Earthquake. Tusk could be a threat if it's max attack because Mola actually takes a shit ton from CC and Headlong Rush. I'm gonna assume Inertial Initiative is running some type of Weird Tusk. Weird Tusk means either 4 attack or it's Scarf. Scarf Rilla lead turn 1 Oko's Darkrai. That was a great lead because it actually covered the possible leads, which were Darkrai, Ting Lu, Tusk, and Clef. So that was a great lead by Separation. Scarf Rilla caught his ass lacking. Damn, I did not expect Scarf, huh? That's funny. So we see Darkrai get absolutely massacred. Bolt comes in and it's booster special. Stays in to get the damage because he has 0 switch into T-Bolt. Yeah. I get it, but I personally wouldn't sack. Maybe he wants it in Crown range and Rye range. Crown comes in, free Focus Blast. Oh, that's a shame. Oh my god, you gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. That's so fucking tough. Mola comes in, it's obviously AV, like I said. Tusk comes in. Chomp turns into a ghost type, which makes perfect sense. Alright, so Chomp as a ghost type immediately is fine because you can get max hazards. Yeah, and then Bolt will end up killing itself the next time it comes in. Chomp should forever spin block Tusk. I don't agree with Dragon Tail here. Why don't you just click EQ? Oh, he probably expected gold to come in. Should have clicked DQ though. You can Dragon Tail the next time that the Tusk is in. Unaware Clef is crazy. Separation gets up a second spike for no reason. I wonder why we're rocking the unaware clef, and it's not even boots. Yo, what's the item on this? Is it Barb? Why the fuck would you be Barb on unaware? It can't be Barb. What am I talking about? It would have taken damage. Yo, what's the clef's item? I think it's Specs. Judging from Tachyon doing 26, I think that's Specs. You gotta flip out of here, player. What are you scalding for? Oh, brother. Alright, dude can't attack because Mola lives this. Mola takes 80. Eventually switches out, realizing that he can't even troll like that. Cloak? Then why not just run Magic Guard? Cloak unaware is seriously crazy. Hat comes in, takes a lot. Raging Bolt gets sacked on the Draining Kiss / Pain Split, whichever one wants to come out. Works out good for Inertial though, because he keeps this Hat low. How is Clef the switch in now? Oh, Calm Mind, Terra Water. Nice Volt switch. That shit's fully Fizz Def as well. What if bro clicked Psy Noise or Psy Shock here? Damn. He volted expecting Terra, but why wasn't the Psychic move clicked? I'm not gonna lie. Those double Focus Blast mists were extremely awful. Because that shit is Specs. Tingaloo would have got fried by that. And it dodged 2 of them. Why did he Shadow Ball the Darkrai? Chip for the Clef if this thing Terras? Oh wait, no, the fucking Chomp Terra. Oops. Why did he Shadow Ball? Wait, why did he Shadow Ball in turn 40? I guess he knew Nasty Plow was getting... But actually, I don't get it. Did that shit not just recover it all back anyways? And we never find out Crown's Psychic move. Pretty sure you win by clicking the Psychic move right here. If you're already gonna predict the Clef Terra and Volt Switch... Because the only reason you Volt Switch is you predict the fucking Clef. Unless it's Psychic or something, which even then is a better click. What if it's Future? Yeah, I think you're right. The only explanation is that this shit is Specs Future Sight, which is so incredibly unexplainable, but I don't know why the Psychic move wasn't clicked. Because he clicked Volt Switch, so he clearly predicted the Clef to Terra, which was what happened. Unless possibly expected potential Terra Dark or Terra Steel Clefable is the only explanation. Terra Dark Clefable has been used before. Terra Steel has been used like once and is bad, but Terra Dark on Unaware Clef has actually been used a few times now in tournament. And by few, I mean a few. I mean like 2 times. But I remember a tournament battle in particular where a Terra Dark Clefable won the battle because it was immune to stored power. I don't know what the... I think he expected Terra Dark or Steel. Terra Dark with Ryan Lu in the back would be perplexing. For sure, for sure. I agree with you. I mean, this set's weird though, right? Unaware, non-boots, right? Unaware, non-boots, CM. What the fuck is this? I honestly don't know why he clicked the Volt instead of Psy Shock. Or Psy Noise. Only explanation, he doesn't have that shit. and then expected some type of defensive terror that would have ruined his day, right? I don't know, shit weird. What the fuck is the item? I think he might not have loaded the item. Was it helmet? I don't think it was helmet because Chomp got a Dragon Tail against this. Yeah, Chomp did Dragon Tail this earlier on in the battle. So this is not a helmet. Wow. I don't know, chat. If anybody can figure out what the fucking item is. Cloak, right? Yeah, it's cloak. Yeah, you guys are... Yeah, it's cloak. Especially because this is water. I guess Garg 6-0s this at any time. Oh, cloak also beats Petch. It's for sure cloak. Good job, team. It's definitely cloak. Especially because it's Terra Water. It's for sure cloak. We solved it. We solved it. It's gotta be cloak. There's no other explanation. This is his setup. Fat shit. It's the only way. Why not Magic Guard? This is his anti-reverse setup sweeper. It's just a tournament type pick. Unaware sometimes can pop out and do better than Magic Guard. It's rare, but it can happen. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting set. It's not a bad set by any means. It just depends on the team, because he was able to pull it off even with all these hazards up. The Clef was still able to come back in multiple times and win the battle. So, bro wanted both. He wanted Magic Guard and Unaware at the same time. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out." All right, game 2. Game 2, we have Crazy Rain versus regular Kyurem Ogre. Very basic team structure. Nothing out of the ordinary. Overquill Rain. I like Overquill. I don't know if I like it enough to bring it to a tournament. I don't know if I like Rain enough to bring it to a tournament. I think if I brought Rain to a tournament, that shit would have to be featuring both Barraskewda and Manaphy. If you're running Rain and you don't use Barraskewda, you're already doing yourself a disservice. The entire purpose of Rain is that you're using Barraskewda, because Barraskewda is fantastic. But if you're not using Barraskewda, well, you're definitely doing some sort of self-sabotage. Barraskewda is phenomenal in OU. That's the whole reason to run Rain, seriously. But in any case, Overquill is a good Pokemon. The typing is good. Attack stat is good. Coverage is not bad. Crunch, Gunk Shot, Liquidation. You can even run Explosion if you really want, but I don't run that. I run Liquidation. Quill's not bad into this team. It doesn't really get an easy SD unless you predict the switch, but it can Gunk Shot and Liquidation everybody for massive damage, right? Everybody on this team gets hit hard by those. Gambit can tank Liquidation, but it doesn't tank it well. And it also has to click Iron Head to do any damage to the Pufferfish. This is like a Sun team, right? Wake, Bolt, D-Knight, but it's actually, I guess he decided to Rain. Nice LARP. Kyurem looks crazy against this. Ogre's crazy. The reason that Rain is not something I ever think about loading in tournament is because Rain is always really weak to King Gambit unless you run Zamazenta or you run like a Terra Ferrymon or whatever. I always find that it's really hard for Rain to handle King Gambit, because Sun is easy. Sun has Ninetales or Torkoal, two options which can check Gambit, and then there's a Tusk on Sun almost every fucking time, which was tailor-made to beat King Gambit. So Sun has a little more trouble because they got bullshit like Pelipper, and then they got to run Treads because it's a better electric resist. Sun also sometimes runs Za nowadays. It's funny, bro. My friend passed me a team, and he said, "Can you fix this team?" And I was thinking to myself, yeah, this team would look better if you had a Life Orb Zamazenta on it. And he said, bro, low-key, every single team is better if you put a Life Orb Zamazenta on it. And I was like, yeah, honestly, bro, I think you're right. I think literally every single team in the metagame is improved if you put a Zama. But that's the Zama effect. Alright, let's get into this battle. Treads leads off versus Ogre. Ogre's a great lead. into treads. Probably predicted treads to lead, assuming that Kyurem would lead. You're not going to lead Pelipper into Kyurem. Lose a Pokemon to Freeze Dry immediately. That would be some bot behavior. So nice call leading Ogerpon, knowing that Pelipper will not lead into Kyurem. Switch out turn 1 as Pelipper comes in. Cudgel will do a lot though. Yup, 37 is great. That's a bold Pelipper. Power Whip should do 50. Yup. Great. And this Pelipper is now dead if rocks ever go up. Bolt comes in immediately as there is no Draco switching. I was just about to say, I think maybe you just take the damage and then somehow work around Hydro Steam 6-0ing you with Kyurem or win with Gambit. But Pelipper weakened, Bolt is taking damage, so +2 sucker kills. It's not the worst case scenario, but Rock's got to go up ASAP if you're going to choose a path like this, right? What about stacking Zama, Tusk, and Buzzwole because it's Nat Dex? Fuck all that. Alright, Pulse kills the Bolt. Pulse kills the Ogre from the Bolt. Alright. I don't really know what you click here. Do you click Headlong Rush or do you click Ice Spinner or do you click Rocks? What would my bitch ass click here? Would I click Ice Spinner? I think I'm pussy. I think I would click Headlong Rush. But if I had Rocks, I'm clicking Rocks and sacking my Tusk. Landers could be Rocks. I think Landers a Scarf though. In any case, what would you guys click here? Would you click Rocks or would you click Headlong? Yo, but there's a D-Knight on the range, so that shit gotta have Hurricane. This might be one of them plays you have to make. I think low-key, I'm going for Rocks or I'm going for Ice Spinner. And I'll take... Actually, Ice Spinner is wrong. No, it's not wrong. Rocks is wrong. You Ice Spinner or you Headlong. But I think you Ice Spinner. I don't think this is getting sacked. No way he actually went D-Knight. Oh! I'm the best. I'm the best. I just had to think about it. I just had to think about it, player. I just had to think about it. Alright, that means the Tusk doesn't have Rocks, I think. I think Landers has Rocks. Is that shit DD or Hurricane? Oh, that shit's actually Hurricane. Okay. Kyurem comes in, takes 30, so we can assume that the Kyurem is probably... what? Max HP or it's Assault Vest. That bitch is leftovers. Alright. So that guy's max HP. I did not expect leftovers. Why didn't he Rocks? He's not Rocks, bro. If he had Rocks, he would have gone for it. He's not Rocks. Freeze Dry comes out and does a shit ton of treads. How do you take only 30 from Hurricane and then you dish out 58 with Freeze Dry? Shit's strong as hell. What the hell? Shit is so strong. Yeah, Landers definitely has Rocks. I'm pretty sure if he clicked Headlong. Tusk could be Scarf. You never know. Oh, hell no. This guy lost. This guy's fucked. Wake just set up the sub. What the fuck? I know I didn't just see that. I know for a motherfucking fact I did not just see that. Yo, what's good? Yo, somebody call up Adam Silver. I have to make a fucking complaint to the commissioner. This is obviously some PayPal fucking parlay manipulation shit. This is obviously a sandbagging violation. Bitch, call the commissioner. Oh my god, he was off that fucking bath salts when he made this team. Yo, just let this turn soak in, gang. He really wanted to put this guy on a t-shirt. He wanted to walk around saying, I'm the guy who won with a physical walking wake. Bitch, what are you doing? Yo, we need to look up Wake's attack stat, because I know that shit is not packing. I know for a goddamn fact that Wake is not packing like that, bruh. Bro, your man's has base 83 speed, bro. Yo, your man's is not even booster. We caught your man out there with 265 attack. Yo, we caught your man out there with 265 attack going for substitute. Where the fuck is the shame? We caught your man lacking with 265 attack. Bro, what? Yo. I'm just fucking shocked. He really did this to troll. Because unironically, Kingdra is better if you want a Dragon Dance Pokemon. Wow, he really did this just to troll, to be like, because it's 83 base attack. It doesn't break anything with 83. Wow. I could tell you right now, when this turn happened, if I was separation, I would have shit my pants right here. If I did this soft ass protect and my opponent's sub, I would just say, all right, wrap it up. I'm pussy. But then we in this bitch clicking Dragon Claw. Shout out to my boy Georgie. I'm sorry for yelling, bro. I'm so shocked. What? This guy's a monster, bro. Nah, not you keeping the walking wake. Not you going, we'll be back later, wake. Don't worry. Bitch. This guy's a menace. Oh, Gambit eating it up. Eating it up. Eating it up. Oh, nice Landorus on the T-clap. Oh, he clicked post. Damn. How did you know Weather Ball wasn't getting clicked there? Damn. How did he know Pulse was getting... How does that even make sense? Why not just Weather Ball again if you're gonna not Thunderclap? Unless you really thought Kyurem was coming in. I'm not gonna lie. Because he literally did predict the non-Thunderclap. I mean the non-Sucker Punch. Because you Thunderclap if you predict Gambit to stay. So then why would you Pulse instead of Weather Ball again? I guess in case the Kyurem really did come in. But Kyurem's not coming in. The rest of the guys died of Freeze Dry. Shit ain't coming in. Kyurem is never coming in. The shit kills the last 3 and Rain's gone. Whatever. That was crazy. That was a crazy turn. Alright, Tusk comes in. Uniquely enough, Tusk actually walls the remaining 2 Rain abusers. 3, I guess this is a Hurricane guy, so it abuses Rain. But funny enough, in 999 out of 1,000 battles, if you were in Inertial Initiative's place, you would go to your Walking Wake, which would probably have Surf. You know, or something like that. But in 1 out of 1,000 battles, you will have the unique situation where your Walking Wake in the Rain actually loses to Great Tusk. It's crazy, but it's true. Alright, Rapid Spin comes out. That shit fucking dies, so it's not Assault Vest. Landorus is max HP, because Dragon Pulse did 51. So it's max HP, max speed. Why do you have 2 defensive ground types? Unless the Tusk is Scarf. But I don't know. Because Landorus is the rocker. Max HP, max speed. Alright. Unlucky freeze. But like, Crunch does 45. Right? Yo, I'm the best. I'm the best. I really know those calcs that you cannot pronounce by heart. I'm the best. Anyways, sub gets clicked. Makes sense. Now we're going to see Protect, right? And then... we see this beautiful Walking Wake. Did he Terra yet? All in on D-Knight? What the hell is this? I'll tell you this, I saw Hurricane, I didn't expect that shit. I didn't expect that shit to be DD normal EQ. Shout out to Wake. Shout out to Wake. That shit did like 40% damage. That shit was hitting. Protect here actually accomplishes nothing. So that was a really weird click. I'm not gonna hold you. This actually accomplishes 0. So I don't know why Protect was even clicked. But this is walled. Yeah, because if you see EQ and you already saw... Well, I mean, not EQ. If you see Terra Ground and you already saw Hurricane, you know that it's going to be Hurricane, EQ, and then either E-Speed or Ice Spinner. But it could honestly have been Rock Slide. People run EQ X Rock Slide. And then what is Separation keeping Terra for? So fucking desperately. Taunt, okay. I mean, yeah, max speed. And then yo, this was actually one of the most confusing games I've seen. Like, none of this makes sense, bro. Even Moltres here, not Terraing, in case this is Rock Slide, that makes no sense. Because Terra's not even used the remainder of the game. Whatever. I, like, actually can't explain half of this game to you. The Wake is not even the most insane part about this game. Anyways, this guy's super tough for bringing sub DD Wake. Damn, I wish I saw this live. Damn, why didn't I catch this shit live? Can you imagine how tough the title would have been? This guy just brought fucking Dragon Dance Walking Wake to the biggest match of his life. Now that would have been some shit, right? That would have been some shit. We have the chilling game 3. I think you might have loaded up my ladder replay from the 1100s. Chill, chill, chill. Shout out my boy Separation, though. I've talked about him before, but he be posting all types of competitive Pokemon videos. He's from China. He posts on Bilibili, and it's in Chinese, or in Mandarin rather, narration-wise. But he's popping. I don't know, link to his channel. I don't be on Bilibili, but he got like a lot of subs. He popping. Cause CTC told me this guy's the blunder of China. I was like, what? I said, no, I'm the Separation of the USA. He's tough though. Shouts to him. All competitive Pokemon YouTubers are my allies. Usually. But if Blood is playing in the tournament, then of course I'm gonna be rooting for him. Do the Chinese community know about CTC like that? Yo, are you crazy? CTC is well equipped when it comes to Chinese showdown gaming. Alright? I'm not talking about no bullshit fucking LARP ass Chinese EV spreads. This is some real. That brother's the fucking CEO of Chinese Pokemon. Yo. CTC's social credit score when it comes to this showdown shit is not a fucking joke. Alright? Alright? That's the heart of China. CTC is Drake over there. Nah, CTC put me on. He introduced me to some shiced Chinese players over the last couple of years that I didn't know about. Nah, I deadass remember last year he was in or 2 years ago he was in their WeChat helping them in World Cup. Nah, CTC is a fucking patriot. He's tough. He's fucking tough. He's tough. Yeah, we rocking with China. Fuck out of here. Nah, CTC is tough. He a WeChat warrior. I remember. I clearly remember. He told me he's like they be talking on WeChat. I was like, nah, cap. Shout out to CTC. Anyways, to answer your question, yes, he's locked in. He locked in like that. Anyway, shout out to Separation. That's a little backstory on him though. He's I actually found out about Separation that he had a YouTube because he uploaded one of my games from a World Cup tournament 2 or 3 years ago. And I remember CTC was translating it to me because obviously I don't understand Mandarin. And CTC was explaining it to me, and then CTC started laughing, and he was like, yeah, he said here that you made a bad play, and it was obvious, but you recovered well. And I started laughing, and I'm like, low-key, he's right. That play I made was buns. But anyways, let's get into it. So, we see an Ogre mirror match. They're not sharing any other Pokemon. This is a weird balance, I'm not gonna lie, but they can get the job done. Clef looks pretty tough for this guy to deal with. If it's Calm Mind, it looks horrible to play against. Yeah, Calm Mind looks pretty tough. The only counter is clicking Malignant Chain or clicking Heavy Slam. If it's Calm Mind. The fact that it led means it's probably Rocks. Malignant Chain gets clicked turn 1 and does 40%, which means we're looking at a Spadef Clefable. Rocks go up turn 1. That's worth the trade. That's worth the trade. Clicks Nasty Plot on Moonlight, I see. Shadow Ball gets clicked. Okay. This shit is so fucking Spadef. I mean, I knew Malignant Chain doing 40 was crazy, but like, jeez. Jeez. What do you mean it's unaware? How can it be unaware? Yo. Do we need to do a math class right now? Do we need to do a math class? About how Malignant Chain is 200 BP? Versus 160 BP? Yo. Who said that shit's unaware? You getting banned for being dumb. Alright? Yo, open up the schools, bruh. The fuck are we doing? That shit actually made me mad. We've been playing too long. We've been watching me too long to think that that was unaware. Come on now. All right, Moth comes in. Oh, it's gonna be Boots Morning Sun. Right? T-Spike's support team? Maybe? What do y'all think? Hold on. Yo, this team is super weird. Because the Clef is not... I think if Clef was Calm Mind, this team is so much stronger, bro. Okay. Ogre comes in. Takes the Salt Cure. Why is Woger the switch-in? Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Because I was also like, why the fuck is Wogue the immediate switch-in? But honestly, I get it. Because he probably expected Rocks to go up. And also, the Clef is not knockoff, right? Stealth Rock, Moonlight, T-Wave, Moonblast. So the Clef cannot actually do any real damage to Garg. He gets PP stalled. Honestly, this is okay. This is okay. And we can assume that he has Synthesis. If Ogre came in, right? It clearly has Synthesis. Well, I hope so. We're gonna find out right here. Knockoff gets clicked. Nice for separation. Spadef Clef is good into Zapdos, but low-key Zapdos can sweep this team with just Hurricane and Discharge. Or just Hurricane and T-Wave. If I'm Zapdos, you already know what I'm clicking. Oh, you're Discharge, huh? I would have been spamming Discharge. I'm not even gonna hold you. Actually, you turn into Treads is free. Nah, but I would have probably gone for the Para. I'm not even gonna lie. It's free as fuck. And once you paralyze this, Garg's ready to win. Or your dog is ready to win. I feel like I would have Discharge spammed. What do you lose? Moonblast is like a 4-hit KO. So, I guess if you don't get the Para, it sucks. But like, I don't know. I think those were some free discharges. Corv comes in, takes the Rapid Spin. Applies some damage back. Shout out to my boy Georgie. Blunder, please stop yelling at me. I'm trying to have lunch. Oh, it's an exciting battle. Shout out to my boy Georgie. What you having for lunch though? That's important. Depending on what your lunch is, I might have to yell even more. What if that shit is trash? Zapdos is my favorite Pokemon, and for Zapdos to do work 20 years later brings a tear of joy to my eyes. I don't understand how Zapdos became more overpowered as time went on. That shit was whatever in Gen 5. Actually, the first 4 gens, Zapdos is flawless. Zapdos is literally flawless the first 4 gens. And then Gen 5, it's regular, like, medium. And then Gen 6, it's a god. Gen 7, it's amazing. Gen 8, it's a fucking Greek god beast. And then Gen 9, he's also... Yo, how does Zapdos do it? He fell off only one time. Gen 5, that's the only time he fell off. And I used him in a tournament in Gen 5 and won. Wow, bro. We need to stop talking about all that Dragonite, all that Tyranitar. Zapdos really puts in that pain. Wow, this thing is actually ridiculous. He flexing the Louboutins, them new boots did him well. They gave Zapdos such cool moves though. Heat Wave, right? Hurricane. Heat Wave was such a great addition to this Pokemon. I remember when this thing got Heat Wave, I didn't even think it was real. How could they give this electric bird Heat Wave? How could they do that? They're so tough for giving a Heat Wave. Thank you. Thank you, Game Freak, for doing one shiest thing. Sometimes you gotta take a second to thank Game Freak. Truly you do. And this is one of them times where I'm gonna thank them. I'm gonna thank them because they cooked. I almost feel like I should edit this and re-upload this narration as a video. Because this Walking Wake set was so absolutely ridiculous that I feel like this needs to go up. I cannot believe I didn't catch this live. I'm so mad. I didn't catch Walking Wake DD live. Fuck. I'll try to edit this VOD so that it's not full of so much downtime like I have it currently, but we'll see. All right, you turn out. Great Tusk comes in. Okay. Zapdos in. Okay, wait. Let me just make sure. So you turns out as rocks go back up. Treads down to 56 is good for separation though. Get that shit chipped for EQ range. Get that shit chipped. Nice double into Clef. Knowing Zapdos is so free, might as well just get the rocks up. Now he starts discharging. You see, if you listen to me, your treads would have been at 100% instead of 50. Now you're doing the same shit I said to do 5 turns ago. Fishing for the paralysis. Except we've lost all the HP on treads instead as a result. Sadness. Anyways, he understands that this is the right path. Go for the para. Alright. I guess he does it. Good knockoff. Good knockoff. Good knockoff. You can come back later and punish. Yo, Blunder, I just got an ad for pants made for men in their 40 to 50s. I'm a young 29, bro. What's going on? It means you might be 29, but the ad is telling you that that ass is 58 years old. So, I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to figure that out. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you what the ad means. That's not my opinion. That's just what the ad means. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That's all I'm saying. I'm cooking up some chicken piccata and pasta side brock. Oh, that shit sounds tough. I could go for some chicken and pasta. My fat ass always trying to eat some pasta. Why don't none of you ever send me a fucking Olive Garden gift card? God damn it. Alright, let me stop being fat. Clefable and Zapdos. Just jerking it, as you can see here. Zapdos is down to 4 roosts though, so good presh. Garg comes in. Garg is eye-def. This shit can win pretty easily. Knockoff is only on Ogre. Ogre dies if it comes in on Salt Cure. I would have eye-defed that turn. Nice Ogre. Nice Ogre. You can't go Zap on some bot shit. Goes back into Garg, not wanting to risk the potential speed tie. Understandable, sir. Za comes in. My 500 turn life. Yo, that was funny. That's a good meme. I'm gonna register that showdown life. Showdown alt. My 500 turn life. You cooked. That was funny. I heard from Malamar that Blunder's the reason Olive Garden doesn't have infinite breadsticks anymore. Bro, I haven't been to Olive Garden in a minute, but my friend told me that he went with a squad and they have some like unlimited pasta deal. So my fat ass is going there and taking them out of business at some point. Olive Garden is some mid. That shit is fire mid. Sometimes you want fire mid and you don't want... let me tell you something. Sometimes fire mid is better than some mid fire. And you have to really be a nuanced, experienced individual to really get what I just put down. Sometimes some fire, I'm telling you, bro. I've been to an expensive like steakhouse and shit before and it was just all right. I mean, it was good, but then I got that check and I was like, bitch, that shit wasn't that crazy. That shit ain't melting my mouth. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Just because you put a stick of butter on it doesn't mean that shit was that crazy. So let me just tell y'all the truth. Blunder, when are you gonna boss up and eat some tomatoes? You know, I was thinking about this just last week. I was like, damn, I'm such a bitch. How do I still go and I get a burger and I go, oh yeah, let me get it without tomato though. Bro, I'm 27. How is this possible? When's that shit gonna kick in? When am I gonna wake up and be like, I need the tomatoes? Let me try a tomato. But I wake up every morning thinking, Lord, I'm never eating that floppy ass fruit, vegetable, whatever. I hate tomatoes. It's never happening. But I gotta grow up. What if you ran into the baddest chick of all time and whatever, she gave you a lame ass chance, you out to eat, she said, I want the extra tomato salad. You say, I don't really eat salad. Look at you look like a damn clown. Don't go out like that. Don't go out. Shit, I'm telling the waiter, let me get extra tomatoes. Hold the burger. Extra tomatoes, please. The ultimate tech is to get the tomato to juice on the burger, then take the tomato. Bitch, you doing too much. You doing too much. First off, I don't want the tomato touching the burger to begin with. I definitely don't want the tomatoes fucking juice all over my shit. Bitch, fuck out of here. Just made me mad. Just made me mad as fuck. Blender, you got any advice for anxiety / getting over someone you thought you had a future with? Damn, that's giga intense. Well, for the first one, as far as anxiety goes, shit, I can't really help you. I have anxiety too, though, every now and then. And so sorry for no help on that part. As for getting over someone you thought you had a future with, time will always heal everything. I last felt that shit like maybe 5-6 years ago. But you gotta continue on with your life. You gotta go outside and do things and but you gotta give it time. At least the second thing you said. As for anxiety, I'm not qualified to give you a real advice about that. But as for the relationship thing, that's a formative period of your life, right? You gotta go through that, unfortunately. But time heals all, because I remember that's what I got told when I went through my first like horrible breakup, and I was like, man, this shit sucks balls. But you give it time. That's like the only thing you can do. But it's definitely true. As long as you give it time, everything wears off. Alright, back to this game. I started fucking raging about tomatoes. Who the fuck brought up tomatoes and got me triggered in the chat? You getting banned for bringing that shit up. Got me tight mad. Time heals all is cope. Cope heals all. Never stop coping, king. Let me tell y'all something. Never stop coping. There's a cope for everything. He's not jacked. He does steroids. Remember that. Yo, there's a meme. Hold on. It's like there's a cope for everything. Never stop coping, king. I need to find it, bro. Let me find this meme. Hold on. This shit has me fucking dying. Shout out my boy Shad. This is a... Anyways, shouts to my boy Shad 30 months. How you doing, gang? You know the data mine coming out tonight. Also, I'm gonna stream again tonight if the data mine comes out. But I don't know who has who currently has access to that shit or the game or whatever. Alright, anyways. We see Garg finally come in. Salt Gear gets clicked on to switch to Tusk. All good. Ogerpon comes in. Dragonite comes out here. Garganackle. Top of my block. Garganackle. Zama. Why did Zama switch in so fast? Why did the replay just speed up for fun on this turn? What? Alright, nice code. Alright, IDEF gets clicked. No way you have double IDEF. Rapid Spin gets clicked, but he dies. That's tough because rocks are impossible to keep off. Yo, this team is pretty weird. It's like so weak to... It's so weak to hazards, honestly. He lucky he didn't play against a Ting-Lu. A Ting-Lu Ghost would have fucking fried this. Shreds is a garbage removal if it's your only removal and you have this many hazard weak mons. Crazy. Alright, U-turns out on the switch. Brings in Ogre. Excellent. We can get something started. Wow, that did absolutely nothing, bro. I said that shit was gonna get started. The opposite happened. That shit did not get started. Blunder, how do you feel about spinach if cooked in stir fry? Spinach is fire, man. I don't even, I'll be honest with you, but I don't even like spinach's taste that much. But I be eating it a lot. I even eat it just raw out the bag. Not because I like it that much, but because that shit is so shiced for digestion. And all in all, just feeling good. Spinach, I give that shit 2 thumbs up, bro. I give that shit 2 thumbs up. It's one of them very easy to eat healthy things that automatically makes you feel good. That's why the best fruit is also bananas, because the bananas just like they make your stomach stop hurting. They give you good digestion. Shit. What more could I ask for? What more could I ask for? But yeah, spinach is good. I don't mind spinach in anything, to be honest. We lost 50 viewers due to past Eat Talks. They don't deserve to be in this stream anyways. Alright? Alright? I had some important things to say about tomatoes and pasta and whatnot. There be greedy people in here that only want to absorb all of my tournament information. Bitch, listen to what I have to say about tomatoes. You are not a real eater. And I'm here to let you know that this is a chat only for real eaters. So please, leave. If this is not what you're about, there's nothing else for me to say. If you really rocking with me, I'm gonna need you to like the stream. But if you really rocking with tomatoes, then just report my shit right now and get my shit taken down. Because it's over. Stay on that side if you're on that side. Blunder, what's your top 5 comfort meals? It's a great question. Water, black coffee, 7 eggs scrambled, fried chicken, 1 slice of plain cheesecake. That's my top 5. No questions. All right, back to this. Talk about food too much. I might high-key be fat for talking about food for like this long. We got to get back to the fucking battle, bro. You guys are saying the eggs is too much. First off, I exaggerated. I don't think I've ever had 7 eggs in a day. I think the most I've had is 5. So 7 was a gross exaggeration. But that being said, it's not a lot of food, bro. 5 eggs is like... 5 eggs is like, what, like 500 calories? It's not like that heavy. Eggs are not that crazy. Eggs are not that crazy. Alright, iDef gets clicked. Moonblast gets clicked. Yo, I think this guy loses. It looks like I took a good pivot to start talking about food. This guy's going to lose to Garganical. This shit's done. You get to iDef here. Oh, okay. Oh, going back to Garg. Okay. Just click iDef. D-Knight comes right back in to get sacked. What the fuck is body press? What? Alright, bro. Whatever. Yo, what do you like? Yo, what is body press? Why don't you just click iDef though? Like what? Alright, whatever, man. Like now you're dragging tailed out for no reason. Coming back in at 68. Ogre comes in, free cudgel. That was a smart Garg. That was a smart Garg. As long as Garg keeps the lefties and doesn't get knocked, should be straight. Clicks iDef. That's fine. You can just recover here. Terra. Okay. It's over for D-Knight. You just spam press. Yeah, it takes more than 50% each turn now. Yeah, see? 44 plus extra 12 from Salt. So Garg wins now unless Moth Terra grasses. Nice! Nice crit! What you doing? What you doing if game 3 of the BO3, turn 53... What you doing? What you doing? This is what bro thought his walking wake was gonna do. I'd be so fucking mad. This is so stupid. This Garg just won, bro. Fuck, dude. That's so fucking terrible to have to endure. Damn, Blood even said, I'm sorry in the chat. That's real. That's real. God, that's so fucking terrible. Damn, big SD. Damn, what if you click Thunderwave? Big SD. Nice play. Gotta win a speed tie, though. Yo, double speed tie loss. I mean, not double speed tie loss. Double whip hit, crit, and speed tie loss. Yo, I feel so bad for this guy. What the fuck? Shout out to Clockwork Automat. Very fire username. Thank you for joining the agency. Make sure y'all join the agency Discord if you did. Member up. I want to see all of y'all in there. Wow, that was actually so tragic, huh? Wow, bro. Wow. This is the most valid crash out. Social credit difference. Actually, you know what? I don't feel bad about this because this is the dude who threw game 2 with that heinous walking wake set. No, bro, it's the opposite. That's why the pain is so much more. He tried to flex with his wake. He gave away that game on some nonchalant shit. And now, punished by the gods for this? He's cooked. It's over. You lose to Moth no matter what. Damn. I feel for bro. That was so fucking awful. How would you like it if your tournament run ended like this? Bruh. That's sad, bro. That's sad. I've been hacked when it matters. We've all been there. Damn. That's fucking terrible, bruv. That really sucks, bro. That really sucks. Anyway, Separation is the victor. Let me pull up the other series that I did not catch live. Give me a second. Okay. Alright, so this is game 1 of the second series that I did not catch live. Just joined into the stream and the vibes like someone just died. Bro, it was just a very, very nasty game that we just witnessed. Imagine if Separation typed skill issue after all that. Yo, if he typed skill issue after all that, I would have deadass called the police on him. I would have got his ass arrested. There's a level of trolling and bad manners that you're not allowed to get past. And once you surpass that level, they gotta put a stop to you. It's true. I don't know what that level is, but you gotta be careful. There would be a Netflix documentary in the making. I'd be on the dark web looking for his social security. Fuck out of here. Back in the day on Smogon, since this was like early internet communities, there was obviously some weirdos. And I remember this one dude was sending fucking pizzas to somebody's house. I don't know if it was like a meme. Maybe it was a meme. Maybe it wasn't real. But I just remember there was this one guy and he knew how to like find your information or whatever. You know, that fucking urban myth type shit. And I remember he was just sending fucking Domino's pizzas to somebody's crib or somebody's parents' house or something. I remember, I don't know if this was just some lore, right? I feel like everybody has some like story like this. Like, oh yeah, the rare hacker known as 4chan was sending pizzas. You know what I mean? Like everybody has some dumb like story like that. So I don't know. I did tell y'all though that I ran into a real hacker when I was playing Minecraft as a RuneScape as a kid. Whatever. If you hack, you're a pussy. Go hack fucking Pokemon Legends ZA and get us the data. Alright. TDNT versus Ima. Playing on the alt blonde. Tough alt. I uploaded with this team. Great team. Scarf Latios. Nasty Plot Petch, if I recall correctly. AV Samurai. Just standard good Pokemon. Heavy Slam Steel Zama, if I recall correctly. Little substitute action. TDNT's team. Basic structure that we've seen on the ladder. I think somebody got to the top of the ladder with this. Number 1. Strong team. Hatterene, X-Tusk, X-Cinderace. This team could not be more anti-hazard than rocking all 3 of those bitches. Which makes sense because Kyurem and Torn are obviously running some type of greedy item that makes them weak to hazards. But damn, triple removal. He really not playing around. Blunder, what is the worst day of the week? That's an amazing question, bro. Low key, bro, it's Tuesday. Low key, it's Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking hate Monday and Tuesday, probably. I mean, even Monday is usually a good reset for me. Like, I wake up on Monday and I'm like, alright, let's cook. But on Tuesday, I'm like, oh my god, bro, there's 4 more days and I just did one of these days, bro. How can it only be Tuesday? Every time it's Tuesday, it's like, bro, it's only Tuesday. Why the fuck is it not Wednesday? That's the reaction every single time. It's Tuesday. My reaction is, why is it not Wednesday? Gambit on the comp. Chess.com is funny. Trust chess.com. I'm starting my journey soon. When I came back to playing in Pokemon tournaments more than 3 years ago, I remember I don't know what it was. They were like, I got drafted to some tournament. It was like my first tournament forever, and I think my name on Smogon was Magnus Carlsen of Pokemon. Or no, Bobby Fischer of Pokemon. And someone said, Blunder's the Magnus Carlsen of Mons. And someone came in and said, no, he's Hikaru. And I had to Google that because I didn't even know who they were. And then Sama explained to me that Hikaru is shiced. And the fan favorite, but Magnus might be better. And I was like, whatever, man. Hans Niemann is my GOAT, as you guys know. Thursdays are just a stop sign before Fridays. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. There's a Smogon guy who's like an actual chess master. I have a good amount of friends that are into chess, that play Mons. It's not a surprise at all. There's overlap. Shout out my boy, Knotted Alpaca, Big Jordan. Pokeabilities is going stupid. Chinchino got that skill link technician, tidy up. And Gambit gets Overlord and Defiant. What's Pokeabilities? You get 2? I gotta tap in. There's a new chess GOAT. The Indian kid, right? He's like 18 or 19. What's his name? He's super young, right? And he's like the new best. Yeah. Gukesh. Yeah. Yeah. He's like the new god, right? Of this shit. Me and Sama had a conversation about, bro. Cause I remember I saw some tweet and I'm like 18 or some shit, and he was just cooking. Oh, chess is cool, man. Chess has such good lore and storyline shit. But you can say that shit for any, well, actually, you cannot say that for every competitive medium. There's a lot of competitive things that have pretty mid, like, lore and storylines. At least for me, getting into something new, it has to be good lore and like, good, like, there's just gotta be an interesting story there, bro. Otherwise, it's very hard, at least for me, to get into, like, a sport or game that I'm not into. You know what I mean? I have to watch it for the lore. It has to be that. Gukesh is younger than Infernape? He the young king. I just googled it. This guy's 19. What a fucking beast. Yo, I won Smogon Tour at 19, though. Hold on. Parallels just got made. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. He may be just like me, for real. I'll reach out to bro. Looks like there's a parallel. Maybe we were destined to link and create something amazing. All right. Enough bullshitting. Let's get into it. Blunder, do you have another tournament upload this week? Those are always hype, especially with the cast. Of course. I'll post it tomorrow, probably. Good series tomorrow. It's like a 1 hour plus video. Thank you all for the support on all this tournament stuff. It's crazy, because back in the day, whenever I'd post tournament, it was by far my least viewed stuff. People didn't really understand or care much about tournament back then. But now, it seems like people are definitely more warm to the idea of it. It's been some of my best performing content as of late. It's my most fun content to upload. I like watching tournament. I like being surprised. I like breaking it down, you know? I like predicting what's going to happen and being right and wrong. Ladder is fun, but ladder by myself, it gets stale at times. Unless I do something like really different. Would you ever do non-OU tours? I don't mind it. Like Grand Slam and stuff like that is stuff I should have probably recorded, but I wasn't around for Grand Slam playoffs. I would like to upload any playoffs, even if the tiers are not what I usually upload, just because tournament is sick and it's great to post and it's just fun for everybody to watch and experience. So I'm not against it. Like Smogon Classic is going on right now, which is Gen 1 through 5, which I can't narrate Gen 1 through 3. 4 and 5 I can probably do, but 1 through 3, like, I don't care enough and I'm not into it enough. So I'll probably record the finals with BKC if he's around, because I wanna cover as much as I can. It's fun. I love tournament stuff. But me and BKC will get something done for Smogon Classic. Be on the lookout for that. For y'all who like old generations, I'll get y'all something with that. What do I think about the World Cup of Pokemon? It's whatever. I think it's a pretty weak tournament overall. I don't really support that tournament. I don't have any personal bad experiences with the tournament at all. I just don't really think it's I just don't really care for the tournament itself. My favorite tournament is Smogon Premier League. Gen 1 through 9 OU. You get drafted to a team based on how shiced you are, and that's your price tag. That's just, I love seeing all the tiers in one tournament. So, I mean, all the generations. But OLT and Smogon Tour are the best tours for sure. Smogon Tour is flawless. And OLT is also fucking incredible. So I agree with you on that one, bro. Both of those are perfect. Super Ancient Deep Sea King Coelacanth. That's the most high aura name of all time. Blender, you ever see legendary wrestler Spencer Lee walk out to the Pokemon theme song for his NCAA finals? He plays on ladder occasionally. Yo, he's cool. Nah, I'm not actually familiar with that guy either. He playing on ladder is mad cool. He's tough. SPL is lit, but I've never been close to getting drafted. It's very hard, bro. It's very competitive. It's not an easy tournament at all to get drafted for. It's very, very, very competitive to get picked. Do I miss Gen 5 through 7 Smog Tour? I don't miss it in the sense that I would get up and sign up and play it if it was back. But I miss playing Gen 5, 6, and 7 in tournament over and over again. They don't have representation now. If you want to play those tournaments, you have to play some like very niche tournament. I don't want to play Smogon Classic Black and White Cup. That's the only way you can play Black and White, or you play it in SPL. Same with Gen 6. I don't want to have to play Smogon fucking Masters to experience my favorite generation of OU, Gen 6. Gen 7, I gotta, it's just, but that's life. The next generation comes out, that becomes the forefront of tournament. So really, I just miss the amount of tournaments that featured those, but that's just the fucking circle of life. The next generation comes out, old generation gets put on the back burner. So I miss playing those tiers over and over competitively. 5, 6, 7 to me is the perfect 3-generation lineup. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, those do not compare to 5, 6, 7. At least for me. 5, 6, 7 is my favorite, but it depends. It depends. I'm obviously a nostalgia guy too, because you know, it's just that was like the first gen I started playing OU like that, you know what I'm saying? Alright, freeze dry turn 1 for 6% to pop the balloon so you can earth power and so Tusk can kill. Freeze dry means it's either sub protect or it's AV. I think it's sub protect. Alright, yeah. Because if you were not sub protect, why would you click freeze dry instead of ice beam, which is a little bit stronger? Bitch, what? Sub Draco? Shit did his job though. Heatran on Torn. Nice Torn instead of going Hatterene. Hatterene would have been some reactive bullshit. I guess you still U-turned out anyways, so it didn't really fix too much. Ace comes in on Magma so that it can get the court change off. If I'm Heatran, I'm probably just going to click Earth Power. Oh, wow. I thought for Magma doing 27 that this had HP investment. Perhaps I was wrong. Wait, I'm actually... I need to look up the damage calc. I'm confused as to why that did 27. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I'm washed. Magma does 27.9 to 33.2. No, I'm not washed. I'm the goat of this calc shit. Is this shit max HP? High jump kick? What? That doesn't sound right. No, that's max attack. You can't do 43. So he just got like the most impossible min ever? Wait, but then it has Wisp too? So this shit probably has like maybe 96 HP or some very random arbitrary number. Maybe even less. Wow. Crazy fucking set. HJK Will-O-Wisp, Court Change, Pyro Ball. He got the firefighting starter. Crazy, crazy set. This some a bit of this, a bit of that type EV spread. No, literally, this some Powerpuff Girls type EV spread. Right? How the hell did he live that? I saw 27 and I'm like, bro, 27 ain't right. Something ain't right with 27 is not the right amount. Rapid spin gets clicked. Okay. Freeze dry. Freeze dry doing 40 is funny. I mean, I know it's -1, but damn. Samurai eating that up. Knockoff on the switch to Tusk. It's hard to click the water move that turn. I don't know if I would have clicked the water move that turn. It's really hard to click the water move that turn, man. Headlong rush getting clicked here, right? Nice play going to Latios. Yeah, he had to get back something. Turns were not going great. Flip turn. Heatran comes back in. I feel like Samurai was better. Because you're AV, so you can take Bleak Wind. That's a tough miss. That's a tough miss. That's a free 40%. Does this live EP? I don't think so. Za gets sacked. Okay. To break the sub. Everything is going to be on Latios and Petch to win the battle, but I feel like King Gambit is going to win this battle, unless Heatran sticks around all game. Torn comes in, it's AV, so it takes nothing. Hat is coming in here. No! Okay, calls the stay. That was a good call out. Because TDNT is up 6-4, in his mind he's probably thinking, fuck it, I can stay in and take the sack, because I'm going to get more initiative after the fact anyways. Cow gets clicked and this dies. Mr. Heatran comes in. Double AV, I see. So this will get a nuzzle if it stays in. Yeah, good switch. If you lose Heatran, you lose immediately. Sucker Punch kills the hat. Nice trade. Ace comes in to get the court change. You just ceaseless here. Bruh. Nice surf. Damn. Nice surf. That sucks though. There should be a spike up. Damn. Yo, this was very unlucky. And then turns ground and then sweeps from here. The Kyurem was disgusting into this team from the rip, but that was definitely a really tough battle, bro. Damn, missed all them shits. This was a crazy Kyurem set, bro. Sub Draco 3 attack. It's pretty interesting. Surf Samurai is the anti-great Tusk set. Oh, dude, it feels so good. I actually, what's it called? One of my teammates for a tournament. He had a crazy turn. If I can find it, I'll show you guys right now. In a tournament, he was. This was in SPL, I think. Let me show you guys. This is a pretty cool replay. I mean, it's just one turn, but it's a hype turn. Let me find it. Alright, this is my boy My Java using one of CTC's many variations of Triple Dark HO. As you can see, as long as Roaring Moon was alive, CTC was making new variations of that shit every week. Look at this version. Treads Patch D-Knight. He literally had unlimited Triple Dark versions that we would spam in tournament every fucking game. Anyways, watch this. So, early game, it's like whatever. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Samurai comes in on the Dazzling Gleam. Right? Predicts the Samurai and then watch his turn. He's cold for that. He's cold. He's cold. I remember seeing this and I was like, oh my god, toughest Hydro ever, bro. Nah, that was too tough. Too tough. Hydro on the Switch, knowing the Tusk is coming in. Don't start with me. I think we lost this game though. No, we won this game. Hell yeah. I was like, hold on, man. Did we win this or did we lose? I actually forgot. Alright, let me look up the other games for the series. Okay. Haven't heard from my Java in ages. You will when I sign him back to that Supermax. My Java's my captain for a tournament I'm in right now. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT, bruh. My Java is too shiced. That's my boy. My Java, VK, Fusion. All the guys who play OU on my team last year were great players. Great guys. Know how to improve. Know how to learn. Great players. I'm excited for Smoke on Premier League this year. I don't know if I'm going to play or if I'm going to manage, but if I manage, probably have a pretty strong team off rip, but we'll see. All right, game 2. Let's break this down. Iron Boulder potentially destroys this team with Terra Ground. Right? Earthquake plus Mighty Cleave kills everybody. I saw one Boulder used in tournament before. It was Terra Blast Fairy, which would also be pretty fucking good this battle, because it kills Tusk and it kills Zama. I mean, Zen Headbutt's the same shit, but, you know, we've seen that set before. Darkrai is, like, whatever. Ice Beam Dark Pulse is pretty good. Moltres G is cool. I've actually used Moltres G myself with dual screen support, which is obviously what this team is rocking with the D-Axis lead. Moltres G is a strong bitch when you have screens up. It's unkillable. And then that ability Berserk, which is mad troll and lets you cheese an extra +1, is very annoying. Iron Boulder is the underperformer of all time. I would agree with you. I think Iron Boulder is top 5 greatest disappointments when it comes to actual tournament performance, or any performance, honestly. You send this shit out, you can guarantee he's gonna disappoint you. Let's see what happens. Boulder leads off into D-Axis speed. Okay, so knows that the D-Axis is going to be the screen's lead, which is evident because, again, there's a Moltres G on the team. You're not rocking Moltres G without some kind of crazy support, the support being screens. So, SD turn 1 from Boulder on Reflect to neutralize the defense. Oh, Life Orb? I thought that shit was screens. Damn. I think Boulder's gonna fucking destroy him though. You go Balloon Gold next? It's gonna Terra Ground and smoke you if it has it. Damn. This shit wins off rip. This is gonna do 60. Yo, I wasn't familiar with Bro's game. 60 was type disrespectful. Let me put some respect on Bro's name. He's +2. Anyways, this is too much. This is too much damage. Jeez. All that being said, still winnable. Never exhaust. Gold on Malignant. Nice play. Nice play. Is that Scarf? No balloon is interesting. I don't know what you click here. Either you double the Zama, which does nothing. Or you what? Like make it rain? Make it rain into Wogue is bullshit too. T-Wave into Wogue would be bad for TDNT, but nobody's T-Waving into a Landorus T. Yeah, I actually don't know. You double into Moltres G? That doesn't make sense. I think you just attack. Oh! Yo! Yo! Yo, this guy got... Yo, he missed 2... Yo, this is just sad, bro. Both these series have been fucking heinous, bro. Bruh, no way goes to gold on the Malignant Chain, then predicts the switch. Yo. If this hits, The game is automatic even state. In fact, if that hits, Moltres kills everybody with Fiery Wrath and Hurricane. Wow, bro. God, Focus Blast is terrible. And it was Scarf Gold. That was a... Damn. Yeah, it's over now. Because if Gambit dies, how do you stop Moltres from just sweeping you? The Ice Beam. Oh, Terra Blast. Yeah, and then what's it called? Landorus plus Petch. Yeah, that should be a wrap between these two. And there's a Rye in the back anyways. You go Petch every time on Tusk to stop the possible rapid spin. Because if you ever get +1 speed from the Tusk, you could potentially throw and lose. But yeah, you just stay in and it's over. Actually, you just go Gambit and sack it because you poisoned. Yeah. I-Def, but then Petch wins forever. Terra Darks actually and goes for Crunch. I'm going for it at that point. Gets the drop, but it ain't enough. Because it's Helmet. Yeah, it ain't enough. You just Malignant here. Yeah, and then that's the game. Clicks Rest, but you can just loop that unlimited with Parting Shot back to Petch. Yeah, and then this gets stuck in a Rest Talk loop. So it's Jove. This does like 2% with Crunch. Wow. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm pretty damn sure if this hits, that this is a 1 game. Like, this is actually a 1 game if this hits. Make It Rain and Shadow Ball. Or this is Scarf, so it would clean up because Rye is not a long time switch. This clicks Agility 1 time and wins. It doesn't need Nasty Plot. Wow, that just sucks, bro. That just sucks. Because Hex, you can usually justify it both ways, but I'm like fairly sure he wins this game if that hits. Because Terra hasn't even been exhausted. So the fucking Terra Moltres G also just wins. Nah, that fucking sucks. Especially because Magma missed twice. The game 1 Magma misses were tough, but that wasn't like, oh, he completely lost because of that and deserved to win otherwise. No, it wasn't that serious. But these misses were like, bro. I mean, this miss rather. It was 1 miss, but like, bro, what are you supposed to do? You can't come back from if your back is already against the wall, and you go for that 1 play to take yourself out of that shit situation, but it fails. It's like so tilting. I feel for bro. That boulder did put in some work. That should put in more than work. That shit went fucking LeBron. Let me show you how Focus Blast is supposed to look like in tournament. Let me show y'all some. Let me show y'all something real quick. Where's Mr. Craw? He gonna need a note. He gonna have to post this. This is one of my greatest ass blasts in tournament ever. This right here. I think after this, bro never played a tournament game again. Respect to bro, I wouldn't either. This shit was like 2 years ago. You gotta see this. This is how Focus Blast is supposed to go down. This is how Focus Blast is supposed to go down. I'm telling you right now. This is how it's supposed to go down. I'm telling you. Turn 1, we fling. You know what I'm saying? Next, we calm mind. Know when the opponent is scared. We exhaust first. Why? Because we hadn't created Never Exhaust at this point yet. Matter of fact, we get another one for good measure. Then, unfortunately, I had to show bro, life ain't what it seems. And then I hit 2 in a row because God loves me, I guess. And then I say GG. It was like a 2-minute game. I played this on my phone, actually. This was an actual, like, 2-minute tournament game. I played it on my cell phone, I remember. Shit funny. Shit funny. Anyways, in a perfect world, this is how everybody's Valiant and everybody's Gold and everybody's Focus Blast everything would work. Clicking Focus Blast is phone behavior. Bro, that actually makes so much sense. Nonchalant Focus Blast on the phone. You just click that shit, you look away from your phone. You don't even want to look at it. Y'all ever do that? Y'all ever ladder on your phone, click the move, and then deadass stop looking at your phone? I'll be doing that sometimes. When I know I'm clicking some bullshit and I'm laddering on my phone, I'll literally look away and just be like, damn, I hope not. And then I'll look at my screen because you can't see the chat, and my Pokemon might be standing there or it might not be standing there. I'm so serious. I'll look back at my screen and I'll be like, well, my guy's not there anymore. So I guess I know what happened. Or his guy's not there and I'm like, oh yeah. The best on phone is when you hacks and you don't even realize it, because again, you're not looking at chat, because on phone it's just battle. And then you check the chat and you're like, yo, low-key I fucking hacked. There have been times where I'm like, where does Pokemon go? And then I check the battle log and I'm like, bro, I dodged his attack and I full parried twice. No shit. Shit funny. When I buy the agency stock dips, I be turning my phone off and praying. That's all you can do. Buy the dip and then turn off your phone and hope that I win that next battle. All the time, I never look at my Cinderace till the turn's over. Dead ass, bro. Draco, Pyro Ball, all that shit. You just gotta cross your fingers. You really gotta cross your fingers, because more often than not, you're gonna miss. And then, Rage City. That's where you're going. You're going to Rage City. Playing on phone is so elite. You're so oblivious to any crimes you may have committed. That's so fucking funny. It's like a dude sitting at his laptop or desktop computer, sweating, totally aggravated, and then the dude lying down on his bed, feet up, not giving a fuck, playing on his phone, laughing, haxing every turn, not even reading the fucking battle log because it's just such brainless gaming. You gotta be there, player. If you haven't been there, you haven't been there, but I've been there. Chat not being there is awesome on mobile. I hacks and don't have to look at possible incoming rage in the chat. I want the rage. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Shout out Sickle Nickel with the Mega Ampharos profile pic. Big Mega Fabio. Much love. Like I said before, guys, if you member up or get gifted a membership, make sure you connect your YouTube or Twitch account with your Discord account and join the server, the agency Discord. The lion does not concern himself with the hacks he causes others. Nah, bro, that's false. Sometimes, if you get so lucky, you should feel bad. I'm not saying you have to apologize, but some acknowledgement goes a long way. And you want to know how? One time my bro hacked me in a battle so hard, and I just got fucking mad. Because he played bad. He's my bro, but he played so bad and he robbed me so bad. And after the battle, I was mad as fuck. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And I told him, I said, yo, you deadass played like garbage and I should have beat you. And he's like, I know, bro, my bad. And I'm like, no, you like, this is bullshit. You hacked me. And he's like, all right, what do you want me to do? You want me to say I'm sorry? And then I thought, and I'm like, I'm a bitch for crying this much. No, don't say sorry. That's life. And that was a canon event like 5 years ago. I still remember that to this day. He's like, yo, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, you're right. What are you supposed to do, bitch? Fuck it. I guess it happened that way. The guy hacked out. One time I was playing a game on the ladder and this one guy went on a whole rant, not because I hacked, but because I didn't say sorry. Bro, there's some... They just want you to acknowledge it sometime, man. It goes a long way to just tell the opponent, hey, I do that on ladder sometimes. If I really, really hack somebody crazy and I feel bad, sometimes I'll just say, my bad, I robbed. Or I'll say, my bad. There's been times where the opponent even says, fucking trash game, and I'll say, my bad. Because you know what? Maybe he just wanted to get one ladder game of the day. Maybe that was his one ladder game of the day. And we've all been there. Where we queue up the first game of the day and you get fucking hacked and you just look at the screen like, why the fuck did I even put myself through this? Why did I even load a game? And then you're just mad as fuck. At least I've been there multiple times, many times. So stay safe out there. Don't let yourself tilt. This was one of the most CTE heavy streams I've ever been a part of. This was a crazy stream. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm gonna go do some healthy behaviors now. I really, really hope that data mine drops. That's all I can say. I'll post a video soon. It'll probably be a tournament video. Go eat a tomato? Hell no. You and Joey on Cobblemon today or tomorrow? Most probably tomorrow night, bro. Anyways, goodbye.